Hi everyone, this is Squire VWG here. Welcome back to another video. This time we have Guru Control taking on Adventurer, Scareclaw, Kashtira, which is interesting actually. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna put it as Ask. I don't know why. I just saw it and I was like, yeah. I was gonna put it as Cast, but I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I just thought Ask would be better. So the person playing is actually me this time. And I thought, you know what? I need to get used to being on camera because, yeah, I'm the one who's always behind the camera watching Joey play the games. So I've decided, you know what? I'm going to have a go playing on the camera. I know that there's a... don't know why I did that quick. I should have done that a bit slower, so apologies on that one. But yeah, I've decided to go on camera to give it a go, because, yeah, I'm the one who's always bashing Joey for misplays, etc. But the thing is, I know what it's like to be on camera now. It can be daunting, and yeah. So, anyways, he's going with the unicorn. So I'm going with Ghost Reaper, because at this time I think, you know what? I think I know what he's going for. Kashtira. I thought it was just a Kashtira build, so... Taking the Arise Heart was something I really wanted to do. And with that, it kind of basically slows them down. But when I slowed them down, I was like, you know what? I think I've got them. But I didn't know what they were playing at the time. I really didn't. So it was just waiting for them to make their plays. So here comes the Rite of Amnesia. I was a bit surprised with that, so I knew where this is going. He's going to go for token, which will get him the what was it? The continuous spell of something. It basically you get a Griffin, and then Griffin basically special summons and allows you to get. There we go. Fateful Adventure. I just remembered now. So he's going for Fateful Adventure. Doesn't even use it, but that's fine because you don't need to use it quick. You can use it when you want. So he's going for the Scareclaws now. So this was me really intrigued by how he's playing this. Like, this is interesting now. I beat Scareclaw before, but I've never seen it combined with Kashtira and Adventure. So I thought, this could be interesting now. I kind of see how this is going. So, obviously, he's going to get the Griffin from Fateful Adventure. Okay, so he did add the Draco back. So, I need to have a look at that. Because I'm sure if I remember, with Fateful Adventure, you had Griffin, and then you've got to basically discard a card from your hand. So, I might have missed something there. Although I just realised the timer, which I did move in the end, I moved it out the way because the light was basically getting to it. So all I'm doing is just watching him play now. Now, luckily though, he's not making the big problems with the Kashtiras, but even then, it's a little bit like, I don't see how I'm going to get past this field. Not when you're playing Guru Control going first. So I'm just waiting. Interesting combo though. So yeah, there's a part where if you allow an effect of a Scareclaw, you're allowed to draw a card. That's what I definitely remember. So I'm like, okay. And for those who don't know, Scareclaws are based on fear. Well, phobias, really. And then at this point, it's like every monster goes in defense position. So I was there like, right, so I can't. I need to get past that somehow. A Kaiju would have been nice. Right, so he's playing the spell. Kashtira gets him Fenrir. There we are. There's the Fenrir. So now I've got to be careful here because if I had to fit a monster effect, I basically going to be in trouble. So this could be pretty bad as of now. But like I said, the reason I were playing Guru on Thing as well is not just for the camera, it's also to learn the deck, because I need to really get ready for the YCS. If I don't win, fair enough. If I do win, I'll be happy with that. So yeah, so these combos are still going. So at the moment, what I know is he's got a monster. If it's a monster effect activation, extra deck and face-up cards are in trouble. Any monsters have to be in defense position, so I won't be able to put them in attack to get past the thing. So I'm just asking that 100% to be sure. It's unaffected as well, which is pretty interesting. So the only way I'm getting past it is linking off, and even then I don't see myself bypassing that. So the only way I'm going to get past this field is try and do damage. That's all I can think of, is try and do damage. So right now I'm doing terraforming, hoping I can bait out an Ash. Then I activate the hidden city, allowing me to search for Guru. So I get the, yep, there's the Subterra Guru. Now, at this point, I flipped it quite too quickly. This is my problem. Because I haven't entered a big tournament in a while, I just rush in quickly, but luckily, he had no responses, which was nice. Hidden City used the effect to flip Guru effect, basically, to search for either Fiendus or thingy. Yep, so they've got the, I think I have Fiendus in hand then. Another thing as well to point out is that we're trying a new camera stand, which is the a bar. I just can't remember the letters now. It just came out of my head. TB bar, I think. I don't know. So I've got what I need from Guru, but apart from that, there's nothing else I can think of how to bypass. So I pay the cost. I'm trying to hope I bait out that Omni Negate. If I can bait the Omni Negate, that's fine. Which he doesn't, but even then, I do have Fiendus in hand, so I can negate with the Fiendus. So there's only one option I can think of, really, and that's to try and lower his board. And there's one card in my hand that I chose as, yep, you're going into my hand. Did I actually have Realized Fusion in my hand then? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I just remembered I was waving my hand so quickly. Like, wait, what was in his hand? I didn't see it. So he uses the Omni Negate of Thingy, but then I Fiendus to basically negate that. By the way, for those who don't know, when you... Yeah, so he used the effect of Unicorn to basically get rid of a monster. Which is fair. So I'm going into Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But unfortunately, because of Scareclaw, I've got to put it in defense position. If it could increase its defense as well, that would have been absolutely insane. But unfortunately, no. And then Dragoon, basically, I use the effect to basically pop cards, so doing damage didn't mean anything. It was getting rid of the problem cards. Like Griffin, for instance. I don't want an Omni Negate, and I don't want that Unicorn. So I'm going to use the effects to pop. The token means nothing. Then again, it might have meant something. I should really have thought about that, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure it can do it. And I used the materials, which is fine. So I'm popping all the cards that's problematic. Because I know Unicorn can't get past Dragoon. But I know for a fact that the Scareclaw can. So all I have to do is just set a card and, you know, hope for the best. I still have a negate. Gotta make sure I've got it, and yeah, there's not much I can do there. So it's his turn now. I've got a Dragoon that basically is an Omni Negate, but his defense is going to stay the same. The attack doesn't mean anything. Can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, or be targeted by card effects. Can be destroyed by battle though. And if it's a card effect that basically doesn't target, then yes, it'll be fine. Like, if it's a card that says send it to the grave, Dragoon will go. If it's a card like a card that basically says change its battle position, doesn't target, it can do it. So I'm going to go with the negation. Because I know with Draco back, it was target one card on the field, and I was a bit like, should I really have negated that? I'm thinking, should I? I do have Solemn Judgment face down, but so at this point, it was like, just hope for the best and, you know, negate what's happening. So I've used Lord of Everly Prison because I activated the trap card. But yeah, like I said, what I was about to say before is when you use Hidden City and then Red Eyes Fusion, a lot of people are like, you can't do that because Red Eyes Fusion. Yeah, you actually can. As long as with Hidden City you're flipping it up, which isn't technically a normal summon, and 2, where did it say on Red Eyes Fusion flip summon? It says normal summon or special summon. It doesn't state setting. So at this minute in time, I think I had no cards in hand, so there isn't really much here I can think of that I can do. I do have a 3k defender though, that's the main thing. It can get, it's passable, but the thing is, because it's a 3k defense, if they don't have those cards to get past it with effects, it's just a body that basically protects you. And I remember back in the day when Gear Gear Armor, because it was a 1900 beta defender, sorry, yes, it wasn't great. It won't be great now, but back in the day it was brill, and even today having a big body on board can be problematic. So at this point he's still going with his combos, and I think I don't know if this was the game I scooped at. It might have been the next turn, probably. the price you pay when you lose the die roll. Like, if I had the die roll, I would have kept him away from getting that link out, because, yeah, I do not like that link. So I would have got rid of Izarai's heart already, and then I would have had a negator ready to do shenanigans. Obviously, the adventure stuff is the problem, though. Right, so this is why I need to start thinking where to go from here. Now, the problem is, I need to get past that link. And if I remember, I think it was a dark monster. So I was hoping, because there were 2 cards I could go for here, but there was one that I thought to myself, no, there is one I could do. I can't remember if I went for, I think I went for Starving Venom. I think. I think I might have been better just to hold out, basically, and just, yeah, see what happens. But yeah, go into Starving Venom here. No, so at this point, people are thinking, am I exceeding? No, I'm not exceeding. I was curious on the thing. I was curious if it were level 8, but no, Lord of Prison's a level 10, and I just remembered from Eldritch then. I was like, nope, I remember from Eldritch. I didn't go until rank 8. I went into trains. So, yeah. I didn't use the effect in Starving Venom because Unicorn was a... Well, not Unicorn. Fenrir was a thing, so I wanted to get rid of that. And then Lord of Every Prison, basically, to get rid of whichever else. It was either a Scareclaw or the token. And I was like, I've got to go for that token. That's what I was thinking at the time. Okay, so he's got his Fenrir back. So maybe attacking the Fenrir was not the right move there. I should maybe have just thought, keep it. So I was just reading it again, but there was nothing there. I was like, nope. If I tried to activate its effect, Unicorn would be there. No, Fenrir would be there like, do your effect, come on, I'm dare you. Okay, so he plays the spell to get its scan. I don't think it, at this point, I think it's looking like I'm just going to scoop at this point. I must admit, I must admit though, I was interested in this deck. It looked really cool. There might have been other plays here I could have done, but I'd have to watch this like a few times to understand what I should have done. Like, I feel like maybe with Super Poly, maybe I should have waited. That's what I'm thinking. Instead of just going straight willy-nilly on my turn with Super Poly, I should have just waited and then see what happens. So he's gone into the second Scareclaw. So I just reminded him what the defense and all them were. And then I think at this point, I think this is where game's about to come to an end. So he's just doing his thinking about his play. He's telling what's happening, and I'm just there like thinking, yeah, I'm not seeing how this is gonna be this good. I just want to make sure if they gained attack, but they did. So at this point, I just went, nope, I'm just gonna go game 2. And the thing is, because I'm going first, I really can't see what to side. Because the thing is, I've got everything in there that says no to a lot of things. And the side deck is built for going second, which I have debated on quite a bit with building the deck. And I'm like, do I go first or go second? It's a T-bar, by the way. I just realised it's not TB or anything, it's T-bar. Starting to wake up now. So we're using the T-bar here instead of my stand, and the reason for it is because the stand I've got, if you rock the table, it rocks the stand, which makes the games look like they've gone haywire, and that's the problem. I don't want games that go haywire. I want games that go fine. And the T-bar, because it's not with the table, the only thing that people do is not the table. But the camera is still where it is. Plus we have a bit of a light as well. But that's where the issue comes, is that we're trying it. We're trying to different ways of making it better. So it might be like there may be a day where we have a look at it and try all different methods of getting it to work. I was even thinking of putting it in the D&D room around the corner. But no, there was nothing I could side deck here. There really wasn't anything. Right, so I'm just putting it back to how it was. I do like it when the deck is near enough, you know, completely straight. I don't like it when it's got a few cards out. I mean, that's something I need to work on in the YCS. Okay, so I didn't show my hand for some reason. I totally forgot on that one. I'm telling Joey to do it a lot, and I forget. So that's pot calling the kettle black. Right, so there's the Terror. Terror gets, obviously, you can get the idea, Hidden City. Hidden City will go for Guru. I did ask, can I go straight for the shortcut? And he said, go for it. It's always nice to do a shortcut. And yeah, there's the rush. There's the rush. What I should have done is said Hidden City effect for Guru. He could have done something, but I went too quick again. Just need to calm down a bit. So I've got my Fiendus. And then I set not one, not two, but 4 face downs. And then, yeah, it's his turn now. So this is, I think this is where it gets a bit like, I can get past this board near enough. Battle phase. I'm like, oh god, no. I know where this is going. Yeah, I think I know. So it goes evenly matched. Evenly? Solemn. I probably should have kept it as, you know, solemn as my other set. I was thinking solemn the evenly like I did before. forgetting about the fact that I've got Fiendus as well. I didn't even have to pay that much. So that was my bad. So at this point, I'm like letting him play his game. I probably, because I was a bit like, do I? I may have thought maybe stop the field spell, but like I said, I don't know the deck that well. So I need to learn what to stop mainly. Like with Exorcister, that was okay because I had loads of ways to get past it. But with Guru, because you're learning to stop the decks, you've got to stop the right card, so you need to learn the interruptions. When's the best time to interrupt? It's all well and good just to go stop you, but if they've got a follow-up that's pretty good, what's the point? So he's doing this combo. I'm there like thinking to myself, what do I stop? Because not only do they have Kashtira, but they also have they also have Scareclaw, and they've got the Adventurer stuff in there as well. So yeah. Also, I just realised that we're at 13 minutes. I didn't even realise it was this long. Jesus. I mean, I'm not complaining. So there's the field spell. Now, I will say one thing at the end. I did make a giant boo-boo. And by that, I mean a big misplay. That was my fault. I'm not saying I would have beaten the player with Ask, but I could have dragged the game on just a bit longer. And you'll see why. I'll tell you why later. So he's going to do his usual shenanigans. I'm there thinking, when do I play cards? When do I stop? Because one card I know that's going to be bad is D-Barrier. Except for the Kashtira Exceeds. Right, so there's a strike. Because I did not want him to get the right. Because I know for a fact if he gets that Omni Negate, it's pretty much... it's going to be pretty much bad. Okay, so here he's asking about Guru making sure. So I use Fiendus to flip it face down. So I negate the effect. And the thing is, if they attempt to attack, I just go into... okay, so there's the Scareclaw. That was the card I wanted to strike more than the Adventurer. That way, when he summoned it, I can get rid of it, and I don't have to worry about being in defense all the time. So he's got the Fenrir here. And for smart play, because a lot of people always play monsters in the same column as the face down, and then they realise, hang on, and it's like, it could be an infinite imperm. From hand, different story, but from graveyard, yeah. So there's the Shangri-La. So for those who don't know what Shangri-La and everything, Kashtira is the #1 deck. But for me, I think it's great, but not as an all-round deck. It's meta, but I actually rate Branded better because Branded's got more options on decks, whereas Cash doesn't. But I do like Kashtira, but not to a point where I think it's absolutely insane. So at this point, I've got a lock zone, and then he's got the rise heart now. So it's a bit like, so I think here, I don't know what's happening, but he banishes the 3. So I lose 3. So there's me thinking, yep, I'm not going to see Red Eye's fusion. Right, so here comes Big Eye. So at this point, he summons it and attempts to attack, but I'm just thinking on the summon. So I'm thinking on summon. Yeah, I'm just thinking on summon here. Yeah, I were. Now I were. So I use Subterra Fire Battle as a thing to search. Because I knew for a fact that if he did Big Eye, I'd have to negate. Because I need a monster on my side. And Guru is that card I need on my side. So, I'm ready. Oh wait, no, hang on. Let me just think. Did I use Fiendus here? No, I super polyed. That's why I did it. Because I knew for a fact I needed to. So I couldn't remember if Big Eye was a dark. I think I took a Rise Heart and Scareclaw. I took Big Eye. Now I remember. So, yep, there's the Storming Venom. And I think I remember, did I use its effect? Or was it a level that I remember? Okay, so a mate of ours comes around just to have a look. And me forgetting Super Poly goes to the grave. Because, yeah, a Rise Heart, anything sent to the grave is banished. Well, all cards are banished instead. That's why I wish I had Ghost Reaper. Because I really wanted to get rid of the thing. And now this is where he locks another zone with the Shangri-La. So, yep, that's fair enough. And then he goes to banish. I think here is where So I did do the search with Fiendus. Yeah, the guy who's watching is an expert with the deck. He knows this. So I flipped that into attack. I had Archer, by the way, in hand. And if you're wondering why, here's why. What I should have done here is summon the Archer. Use the effect of Guru to flip it and something else face down. Flip Guru back up for Fiendus. I'd still have final battle. And then Archer would have attacked the Shangri-La, and basically what would happen there is Shangri-La would go back to the extra deck, and then next turn he'd draw, and his set card, I would have had Fiendish to negate. That's something I should have done. Alternatively, I could have done something else. My mate did say something else, but I need to ask him what it was again, just to be 100% sure. But that's what I should have done, because I realised I goofed. I 100% goofed. And I felt bad about that, because I really, really wanted to... If I could, I would have turned back the clock, but it's just one of them. I mean, it wouldn't have been the best of the best boards, but to me, I think that would have been fine anyway. And plus, not just that, but if they did attack, I could have used Thingy's effect to basically send... Wolf it and the other face down. But nah. It was over. I could have ended on a better board, but you know, it's one of them. Like I said, I misplayed. And whether it would have been a loss or a win, it would have been a decent play regardless. But yeah, it happens, unfortunately. Yeah, he goes and explains what it could have happened. I'm just gonna say I scooped, because yeah, I would have just said what I would have done, and I misplayed. And the thing is, Guru's effect becomes quick. So again, I would have done better there. I mean, he did have a trap card, but I asked, was it a counter? He said no. Then it would have been fine, because Fiendish would have stopped it. So my Sones would have come back. But unfortunately, it's just one of them. Like I said, I felt the pressure of being on cam, but look, being on camera, I think I got better after game 1 of round 2. So yeah, I scooped there, learnt my lesson, and just thought, you know what, let's go for game round 2. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you very soon.